Welcome to the Two Old Guys Reselling Podcast, episode 15. I am one half of your host, Chris, Old School Picker. Along beside me is Caleb from the Old Pass. We are just two old guys reselling in sheds in our backyard. We resell on platforms like Whatnot and eBay. Introduce yourself, Caleb.
Just hanging out, being cool. Today, in my periodic table of Marvel. What do you think of that?
That is pretty cool.
Yep.
I was a huge Marvel fan as a kid.
Who's your favorite?
Marvel?
Yeah.
Probably probably the Incredible Hulk was my favorite as a kid. As I've got older, because I love the original Spider-Man movies, the Tobey Maguire Spider-Man movies.
Mm-hmm.
But there's so many of the new Marvel movies that I've not seen. I've got so far behind on them. I don't have time to catch up on them. So, but yeah, Hulk or Spider-Man. Who's your favorite?
Wolverine,
yeah.
Wolverine.
I was never big into the X-Men. I was kind of more of the Avenger fan, though, you know.
I mean, I like them all, but, you know, and you say that's funny. I don't think I've seen any of the new movies.
Yeah, I've seen quite a few of the Avenger movies, but
I did see the Spider-Man, the Tobey Maguire, maybe the first one, the first one. And when the kids come along, it was like, it's over, you know.
CJ, my oldest son, was watching this original Tobey Maguire Spider-Man movie when he was like 2 years old.
Everybody else, make you feel
all the other kids was watching cartoons, and he was in there watching the Spider-Man movie, and he would sit and watch the whole thing. He was obsessed with it. Oh my goodness! So yeah, how's everything going this week?
Busy as always, man. Busy as always. How about you?
Oh, super busy this week. I mean, today is the last day of freedom for me because 9 out of the next 10 days I'm going to be yard selling from daylight to dark. Some days.
Daylight to dark.
Some days I will. The first 4 or 5 days I won't be, but once you hit about Wednesday, Thursday of the official 127 sale, yeah, it's on. It's on, but it's on starting tomorrow. I'm going tomorrow. So yeah, the time of when this video's comes out Thursday morning, I'll be out yard selling on the 127 sale a week early.
A week early. That's the benefit of living right on 127 through here, man. You can go hit it.
I'm
times.
It's actually a pretty good drive for me compared to where I used to live. It takes me about 6-7 minutes to get to the 127 sale. It took me about a minute and a half.
I was about to say you're really not that far, and then
I'm not. I'm 6 minutes, 7 minutes, but I used to be about a minute and a half.
Yeah.
So yeah, wow. I could actually, from my old house, I could actually see the 127.
Oh wow!
In my backyard. Yeah. So.
Wow.
But yeah, 127 yard sale time. I'm excited. I will be yard selling 9 out of the next 10 days. So the only day I won't be going, actually 10 out of 11, because I went to 2 today.
Oh,
I didn't find nothing. Yeah, they were close to my house, and I was like, you know what? I'm gonna ride up the road and go to them. Well, the reason I did was because my wife showed it to me on Facebook. She found the yard sale on Facebook, and it had craft stuff and Stampin' Up stuff.
Oh yeah, there you go.
I was like, got to go. And it was 5 minutes from my house. I get there, and she's probably got like 10 sets, and most of them were the old wooden block sets, and she had $2 on them, which ain't horrible, but most of those wooden block sets are like $10 a piece. So I was like, man, I've got so much of that stuff. I don't need it. And if it hadn't been for the 127 coming up, I probably would have tried to make a deal and buy them. But I was like, I'm going to buy so much this coming week. I'm like, I don't really need to buy more of that stuff right now. So, and she didn't have a bunch.
I think you need a shed, and you name it. It's Kathy time, just the shed. And it's nothing but craft stuff.
Well, that's basically what this one is. So yeah. But yeah, the meetup is a week from when this video comes out tomorrow. A week from tomorrow, when you guys are listening to this, or most of you guys are listening. Right. Caleb's got it up on the screen. Pickin the Plateau, Highway 127 sale meetup, reseller meetup, August 4th, Friday, August 4th. If you're coming, Get your tickets now because tickets go off sale, I think Friday or Saturday somewhere.
Yep.
So if you are coming, you've got basically, when this video first comes out, you basically got about a day, maybe a day and a half to get tickets. So if you're coming, get your tickets now.
Yeah, we need to know.
Right now we have about the amount I was hoping for show up. So anything above what's coming, that's already planned on coming, is just bonus.
Yep.
So it's turned out pretty good. I'm excited about it. Caleb and Tanya's already went to the grocery store without my permission and bought a bunch of the food. And so far I've made all the money and not spent nothing, and Caleb spent all the money and not made nothing. So.
Ain't that the way our relationship works, though?
Well, I'm all for it.
Yeah,
I'm doing good with it.
But you haven't suffered it all here, have you?
No, but yeah, we'll figure it up. How many times have I offered?
Oh, every time.
Every time. Yeah. And actually, I said right before we went recording, hey, man, we need to go to the grocery store and get some drinks and all that. Caleb, me and Tanya's already got them.
Mm-hmm.
So I do appreciate it. But yeah.
Tanya is from back in the day. She was a couponer. So, she got a sale and she done good.
Shannon's got a little coupon in her from time to time as well. So back in the day, especially.
Oh, yeah.
But, yeah. You ever watch those extreme coupon shows?
We were that extreme coupon show, dude.
Really?
Yeah.
You should make YouTube videos about it.
Well, it's over now, but back in the day, and I'm talking 10, 12 years ago, the back room of our house, it's a closet, but it was, I don't know, it's probably 14 foot wide by like 6 foot, or 6 wide, 14 foot long. And we had everything in there was couponing, like soap, shampoo, dish detergent, laundry detergent, anything that ever goes on sale on coupons is in that room. We even had so much that we made a list, and I'd take it to work with me. My boss one time bought like $50 worth of stuff from us. Just, we was reselling before we was reselling. You know what I mean? So
yeah,
didn't know what we was doing.
You see those yard sales from time to time.
You do. Yeah.
And where they're selling the coupon stuff. Yeah. Do they make any money?
Yeah.
You think so?
I know so. Yeah.
Because you was doing it, right?
Back in the day, my favorite place was Walgreens.
Really?
Yeah, because the way it worked, you had to spend money the first time. The way it worked, if you knew the way the ads worked, you would go in and you would buy the stuff that's on sale. Well, what they would do, they would give you bucks. They would print off these bucks, on the stuff that was on sale. So next week you use the bucks to buy the stuff that's on sale, and you keep that process going. The razors, that are like $20. We was getting them for $1.
Wow. You could almost sell them you could sell them on eBay.
You could sell that stuff on eBay. You could
make money.
Now
I know a lot of the Amazon sellers. I know Walgreens is one of their favorite places.
Yeah. I know they've digitalized that. I've been out of that so long that I have no idea. I do remember one time the best we ever did, I say the best, but one of the best we ever did. These dishwashing dishwasher packs went on sale.
Was you eating them?
No.
Was you eating them? You wasn't doing the pod tag challenge?
That's what's wrong with me now. I don't make any sense.
Explains a lot.
But we got them things like a box for like $0.25. And the problem is you go in the store and you think there's a lot of eBayers in this town. There's quite a few couponers in this town too. You'd go in there and you'd see the same two women every day at this store.
Did you ever get into the coupons. Did you ever get into the penny deals at the dollar store?
No, you have to almost know somebody.
Yeah.
And my mom was
you've probably seen her. We've got a woman that lives in our community. She does that, and you go to her house, and she has a yard sale set
Yeah,
up
I know.
inside her house,
I know.
like every weekend. And I mean,
Yeah.
you want to talk about a hoarder, but it's all it's all the penny stuff because
Yep.
it's every bit Dollar General stuff. And
Yep.
I don't know if the woman makes any money or not, but her house is a hoarder's paradise. And
Where
I
did she
went one.
sleep?
I don't know. I
mean,
went one time because I didn't know what it was.
Yep.
I thought yard sale. So I went one time, and I got so claustrophobic in that house. I was like, never again, never again.
Oh my goodness.
Oh my goodness. Yeah, she's still doing it too. I don't know how she gets by with it, but
I don't know.
I'm like you. I'm like, where does she sleep? Because I'm telling you guys, it was in her kitchen. It was in her living room. It was in her extra bedrooms. I don't know about her master bedroom. I don't think I went in there, but it was on her front porch.
Keeps the door shut there. So that's probably where she lives.
It's on her front porch. It was in her yard, in her garage.
Yep.
Everywhere.
Yep.
And it's crazy. Wow, where did we? Man, that was a rabbit trail.
Yeah, skunk trail.
Well, I know one thing I was going to ask you when you was doing the extreme couponing, and we didn't have this wrote down. This is just ad-libbing, guys.
Yeah.
No extreme couponing wrote down. When you was doing the extreme couponing, because I didn't know this about you guys, did Jens dumpster dive for the coupons?
No, not really. What we would do is we would actually spend a little bit of money on the newspapers. Now you got to remember, this is back in the day when a newspaper was 50 cents.
Right.
So you could go buy $10 worth of newspapers, and off that $10 and whatever else you'd spent, you was going to make, pretty decent money. And we never bought toothpaste. We never bought razors. We never bought shampoo. We never bought soap. We never bought dishwashing liquid. I mean, all that kind of stuff. You didn't get a lot of food, not a lot of food, but anything cosmetic or anything, there was some medicines. I mean, all that kind of stuff. We got it basically probably for 10% or less, probably less than what it cost. So it was very comparable to reselling.
Was you ever tempted to stick 50 cents in the newspaper and just grab a stack of them?
Oh yeah. But I never did.
Every time, right?
Every time, like, hey, everybody look. I never did that. But
I've literally seen people do that before, and I'm like, dude, I don't care how many you take, just leave me one. Because we used to go get the paper for the Black Friday ads, on Thanksgiving or whatever. And I was like, I seen a dude, because back then during that it was supposed to be $1.50, or it was for the Chattanooga Times Free Press. And I was like, dude, I don't care how many you grab, but just leave me one.
Yeah.
Just leave me one.
Yep.
I'm like, dude, stick $1.50 in there and grab 20. I'm like, they can't be making money doing it that way. So,
Tanya was so extreme at it. I was more of the we both went in the store, but I would help her figure out her scenarios, right?
Yeah.
She was the one
she get a game plan.
Yeah, she'd get a game plan. She collects all the coupons. She had a binder like this thick, about that thick, with the basketball card sleeves with the coupons in them. And you might have like 30 of this one. So we would hit Kroger's, we would hit CVS, we'd hit Walgreens, and there was somewhere else. There's like 3 or 4 stores that was perfect. Kroger's used to be awesome too, but I'm so far out of that, I wouldn't even know where to begin.
Yeah, we never done it to that extreme because living in the town we used to live in, there wasn't all those choices of stores. We basically had 1 or 2 stores. So we didn't do it to that extreme, but we buy paper every week and clip the coupons and we never was the extreme couponers though. So learn something every day. Pretty interesting. You was talking about her having a mapped out game plan though. Do you do that with yard sales, or do you just go and chase signs?
She does. I used to, when I worked, while I was supposed to be working, I'd make my yard sale list. I would make it up, but now she writes everything down, and if they're on Facebook, she'll look at the pictures. If they're on LSN, she'll look at the pictures, and she'll try to figure out which one sounds the best, which we all do that, trying to judge the best. And then we'll kind of map them out. And we used that app, Circuit. I don't know if you've ever used that.
Let me write that down. Thank you.
Circuit, CIRCUIT, I think it's called. They have a free version, but you can only put in 10 addresses. But what it does, if you put in all your addresses, you can say, you know, take me to this, like I want to go here first, and then map them out closest to farthest. And it will take you in the route, straight line route.
Mm-hmm.
So we did that one time in Cookeville because we didn't know the roads and stuff like we do here. She does. I don't know nothing. I can't find my way out of a paper sack, a clear plastic bag usually. But she would. Do
you have signs on your door in the shed?
Do I have what?
A sign on your door on the shed? Enter, exit.
Enter, exit. This is where you sit to list. This is where you do this. No. Yeah, I should. This is the door to get back in the house over here. Yeah.
Right.
Oh, no, I used to count light poles to get to work though. I did that.
Yeah. No, I do the whole mapping out for the yard sales too, but now on the 127, I don't.
Oh, we wouldn't on that. That would just be a nightmare.
It's too much.
It would be way too much. Plus how many of those are not going to advertise? Because it's 127. Right. They're just going to throw a sign down and take advantage of the traffic, you know?
Right.
So we just, on 127, we just get out and go.
Just go. Yeah. But I used to tell people all the time, there's like, you know, I need to go with you. I'll get lost. I'm like, 127, it's either north or south. You're not going to get lost.
Stay on the road.
Stay on the road.
Remember, if you turn off and go to a yard sale on a side road, remember which direction you turn and come back that way. You know, come back
to the 127 and keep going north or keep going south. I mean,
there's
not a whole lot of options there, but north of Crossville, what do you think it's going to look like this year?
As far
as yard sales,
a mess.
I don't think there's going to be many in between here and Clark Range. Do you?
There's not a lot of places. They've got it all full of equipment. I mean, from the time you leave the interstate to the time you get, almost to Clark Range, there's stuff almost everywhere.
Mm-hmm.
There might be a few here and there, side roads and stuff. But
side roads should still have a few, but there's not going to be much on the main Highway 127 between Crossville and Clark Range, I don't think.
I'd say you're probably right.
Maybe somebody go out there and put a for sale sign on some of the heavy equipment doing the road construction.
Cat for sale.
Cat for sale. 30,000.
Yeah.
Selling it cheap.
Selling it cheap.
But yeah, I'm excited about it. I'm excited about the meetup coming up. Pickin The Plateau. Get your tickets now. We've got quite a few people coming. Excited about it. Yeah, I'm getting messages every day. Hey, I'm coming. Speaking of someone that just bought a ticket the other day, what was he being called on the other podcast that we won't mention?
The Cool Kevin.
The Cool Kevin is coming to the meetup. Cool Kevin, Mr. Ben, Rocky Top Picker. He is coming to the meetup. So if you want to meet Cool Kevin, come to the meetup.
Yep.
Not the old Kevin, that decrepit old man.
Yeah, he's obsolete. We got the new one. We got the
He was here last year. He's old news. Nobody wants to see him anyways. But if you want to see the new Kevin, the Cool Kevin, come to the meetup. Yep. So excited about that. No, I thought that was funny that
that's pretty good.
The podcast we won't mention. He done a video about it. Did you go and watch the video where he
a few minutes because he said he was going to answer. I didn't know there was a new podcast coming out. We might
yes, I've known about it for a while. We will mention them too if I can think of their names. Those flipping pickers.
Yeah.
Those flipping pickers. Yes, it is.
I didn't have any idea. And when he said check out our podcast, is it Friday? I think
Wednesdays, I think.
Is it Wednesday? Okay.
I think because I think they're going to do it live.
Oh, really?
Well, they did the first episode live on Scott Trading Post Picker's channel because his is the biggest channel of the three. Mm-hmm. And that was probably smart. We probably should have started this on my channel, maybe one episode or something. I don't know. But I was afraid you would tank my channel, to be honest.
That's a good point. Yeah.
But
I will accept that answer.
I'm kidding, of course. I'm kidding. But so they did an episode last week on Trading Post Pickers for live. They did it live last Wednesday because I didn't get to. I wasn't there during the live, but I did watch some of the replay, and they done a good job. And I like seeing these podcasts pop up. It's kind of my new thing.
No.
Competition? Are you scared?
No, I'm not scared. I feel sorry for these guys when we put them out of business. Is what I'm thinking.
Oh.
Yeah. All these short guys, they got to go.
Especially that Cash to Trash podcast.
Yeah, that Trashy Cash podcast. That thing's junk.
Cash to Trash.
What a bunch of junk, in the famous words of Cy Robertson, bunch of junk.
A bunch of junk. But
I'm kidding, honestly. I was kind of excited, not.
I mentioned this in a video on the Old School Picker channel. I'm not sure what video it is. I think it's the one either come out this week on Wednesday or Friday, I think. But I mentioned that podcast was going to be a big part of the YouTube reselling community in the future. What's your thoughts on that?
It's getting some traction. I'll agree with that.
Do you think
you can gather all your thoughts together in a place like this? And if you wanted to, I ain't saying this is what we do, but if you wanted to make this more of an informational thing, you could cover a lot of stuff in a period of time that it might take you 10 videos to cover.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So if somebody wants to cover it from that angle, they could.
Reseller Information Network, that's kind of what they're doing.
Yeah. That's smart.
Their Friday show is kind of a podcast form, and they are putting out reselling information for sure, to where we add zero.
Yeah, we're just kind of here for the fun.
I don't want to, though. I don't. Do you? Do you want to?
I don't even know anything to compare.
Right. So how can you?
Yeah,
we would have to get Tanya on here.
Yeah, and she's not coming, so she doesn't.
So you take what you get on this channel.
Yeah,
take what you get and don't pitch a fit.
This is kind of like wrestling. On wrestling, it's fake, but you watch it anyway. So keep watching.
So are we some of those?
This is scripted violence over here.
Are we some of those fake resellers that certain YouTubers like to talk about?
Probably.
Yeah.
Some guy told me I didn't know what I was doing with boxes. So,
Well.
Oh, yeah. All right. Hush.
You brought it up. All right.
Hey,
so,
speaking of that, I don't know if you noticed the comment. Tara made a comment. This is Nerdy Grandma. The Ground Advantage does go to Puerto Rico and American Guam. So that's interesting. That has changed a lot about shipping.
It has. I'm not going to argue that.
It's in a lot of ways, it's a good thing.
I do have one gripe about Ground Advantage so far.
What is that?
I've got a lost package right now.
Uh-oh.
I couldn't tell you the last time I had a lost package first class mail.
I don't know that I've ever had a first class.
I don't know that I ever have either. Every one of my lost packages has always been media mail.
Yeah, media mails.
But now I've got one. It's somewhere in Atlanta. I filed a missing mail search on it 3 or 4 days ago. Hadn't heard nothing. It's a baseball glove. It's not super valuable or anything, but
is it the one that the person asked you how many times you'd caught with it?
No, it's not that one. Not that one. I don't think. You know what? I don't know. I don't think so. Because I never.
Too awesome.
Oh my God, yeah. Well, the dude that's missing the glove is not. He's not happy.
Well,
let's just say that, because it was supposed to be delivered like 10 days ago.
Oh wow.
Of course, I don't know anything about it until he files a case.
Yeah,
because I don't check my tracking numbers every day. I never check my tracking numbers unless somebody emails me. Well, he don't email me. He opens a case. I go on there and I'm like, yeah, okay, it's lost. So I file a missing mail search on it. I'm getting to a point here because I want to ask a question. I file a missing mail. 2 or 3 days later, it's still missing. Nothing. No updates. Nothing. But here's my question. I think the case closes either today or tomorrow. So eBay's got my money on hold right now for it. This guy's more than likely going to get his money back.
Sounds like it.
And then, of course, the glove will eventually show up and get delivered.
Probably like 3 days after he gets his money back or something.
Probably like 10 minutes after he gets his money back. That's how my luck runs.
Yeah.
But here's my question. Ground Advantage is supposed to have insurance. Can I file an insurance claim?
I guess. It has $100, don't it? Like,
I mean, I know I can file. Here's what I'm getting at. If the package gets delivered and I file a claim, am I going to get my money back out of USPS?
Oh,
I doubt it, don't you?
Probably. Doubt it. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, so I think more than likely how this story ends is I lose the $30 because it's 20 plus shipping, roughly $30. I lose the $30 and the glove.
Probably.
And probably negative feedback on top of it.
Yeah. Probably. And then you're supposed to smile and be happy about it. There you go. Happy eBay reseller.
Yeah, this story is going to end great. I have a feeling. I mean, and I don't know. I don't blame the guy for being upset. He thought he was going to get the glove 10 days ago.
Yeah. And I mean, he should get his glove or his money back, but it's kind of aggravating that it falls upon you when it's a carrier, that does that.
Right. I mean,
but
it's got scans. It's got a scan from our post office. It's got a scan in Nashville. It's got a scan in Atlanta, and then
nothing.
So, who knows? But yeah, I love this stuff. I hadn't had a man. I
know what happened.
What happened?
The Atlanta Falcons got a hold of that because they lose everything.
Yeah, they drop everything.
They drop the ball all the time.
Yeah, that's
sorry.
I usually don't have problems with Atlanta though. It's usually Memphis.
Memphis is horrible.
Especially with media mail.
Memphis is just horrible.
It's constant. But I said to myself here about a month ago that I was like, man, I've not had any returns. I've not had any customer complaints at all.
Yeah,
in probably a month or two. In the last week, I've had like 5 or 6.
Oh, you was asking for trouble. So
I had a guy today that messaged me and said, "Hey, where's my golf club? I want it. If it ain't going to be delivered, I want a refund right now." I go on the tracking and it's out for delivery today. I'm like, and it was supposed to show up today. It's not even late.
Oh my!
I was like, yeah, well, should be on your porch sometime today, buddy.
People.
It just blows my mind. I'm like, dude, you got access to that tracking number too.
Yeah,
it's highlighted in blue for you. Click on it.
Yep, it's right there in front of you.
And then I had a Pyrex bowl. No, not Pyrex. What is that? Oh man, what's them things called? Not the Pyrex bowls, but I don't know. I can't think of what I'm thinking of. But a bowl. It was a yellow bowl. The buyer gets it, and they say it's the wrong color of yellow, so they're sending that back. I'm like, awesome. That's awesome.
Oh, that's you should have been a little bit clearer about what color yellow you had there, buddy.
It's yellow. It's canary yellow. I don't know. It's yellow. Oh. But yeah, so I'm getting that returned. Maybe that's it. I don't know. It seems like I had one more. No. I had a Captain America figure, like $8 figure, international sale. And something happened. I shipped it pirate ship, and it goes through a company called Ascenda. And somehow they didn't put the customs form on it, so they couldn't send it across the sea to him. So it's getting shipped back to me. I done sent his money back because I seen where it was headed back my way. So I was like, here's your refund, dude. Sorry. But
I had
but the problem is I'm going to eat probably $20 of the shipping on that.
Yep.
So on an $8 figure, I lost $20.
Yeah, good job. That's the way to run an eBay business.
Oh, right to the ground. Speaking of ground advantage.
Yeah. I had a shirt, a woman, I guess it's a woman, messaged, or I don't know, man or woman, whoever, and opened a return and said, you didn't put on the listing whether this was a men's or a women's shirt. You just put that it was a large and it's a women's. It just don't fit. And I look at it and it's a peach colored women's, obviously a women's shirt. And I'm like, yeah, I didn't. So I have no argument really, as far as technical goes. I said, go ahead and ship it back. It's a $15 shirt. I said, go ahead and ship it back and I'll give you your money back. And guess what I've heard?
Nothing. Well, I was
hoping that they won't send it back. They probably will, but
I was hoping that was what was going to happen on the bowl, the yellow bowl, but it got shipped back this morning. So
yeah,
but oh well, I ain't worried about it.
It happens.
So yeah, my eBay business is going the wrong direction right now.
That's what we offer. Now,
literally,
that is what we offer to the community. Watch us, and you will figure out how not to do this.
Yes, see, that should be valuable information.
It really is. And in the business world, we're what they call added value services. We are adding this value of you can learn how not to do things from us.
Yes,
totally,
100%, 100% of the time.
Absolutely. Guess what's happening Thursday?
This Thursday? What's
6
happening?
p.m.
6 p.m.
Everybody
Whatnot. Ding, 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 ding. I know. Whatnot auction.
Yep. 6 p.m. Central.
6 p.m.
I need one of you guys. Yeah, it'll be tonight. By the time this comes out, it'll be tonight. I need one person to go follow me on Whatnot. That's all I need, and I'll have 100. That's my goal. Yeah.
So just doing quick math here, you got 99.
I got 99.
You'll get 100. So 6 p.m. Eastern?
Nope. 6 p.m. Central. 7
so
p.m.
7 Eastern. 7 Eastern tonight, Caleb, the Old Pass, Whatnot auction, and you're running a bunch.
I told you 75. One of them got messed up, so 74 items.
So you lied.
I'm a liar. Yep. And then 2 giveaways.
Can you not add one more?
Yeah. Well, I got 2 giveaways, so it's 76 totally. But only 50 of those are visible. There are 24 that are surprises. If you want to see what they are, you got to show up. So they'll be added after we go through the first 50 or at some point during the auction. I will add the other ones in and you'll see what they are. But yeah, and 2 giveaways. The giveaways are surprises. They're not huge. They're not like the first time, but they're surprises. You can't see what they are until you come in. So yeah, we're going to have a good time. Everything's starting fairly cheap, $2, $3, $4. I think the highest start I've got is 5 on something. I'm not sure, but yeah, everything's pretty reasonable.
Yeah. Okay. So everybody go check out Caleb's and the link for the actual. You've already got scheduled, right?
Yeah, we can link it down below.
Yeah, I'll link it down below in the description for the actual auction. And make sure you go follow Caleb. He needs it. He needs 2 more.
Don't do that. If you get 2, I got to get 101. That's my OCD kicking in.
Right. So make sure if he has 101, don't follow him.
No, I didn't say that. Oh my goodness.
No, everybody go follow him. Follow me too. I was actually planning on doing another Whatnot auction before the Highway 127 sale, but I've not got one ready, so I don't know. But go follow me over there too, because my link's down below too. So, and if you need an extra $10 to spend, free $10, use my link and sign up. My link down below and get a free $10. If you sign up using my link to buy, you get free $10. I get free $10.
Yep.
And we're not putting Caleb's down there. I refuse.
Nope. Not till he gets $40 worth of stuff. Yes. I thought a spider was about to attack me, but that's an ant. So I will let him.
Hey, I had an ant problem here the other day and I sprayed for him and I ain't seen I take it back. I've seen one. I've seen one since I sprayed.
If you ever have a colony, like a bunch of them, use taro. Man, taro is the stuff.
I probably had about 20 or 30 in here, but I went outside and sprayed around the outside perimeter too. Yep. And they was everywhere. I was like, oh my goodness, I'm being they're going to pick my shed up and carry it away.
Uh,
How
well,
many ants would it take to carry my shed?
I don't know, but if they do, tell them bring it out here. I can always use number 3.
Yeah, number 3. Number 3 shed.
Number 3.
So, okay, we've got through absolutely nothing on my old note list here. But well, we did talk about your whatnot. Okay, yeah, we did. We did get monetized, sort of, kind of, maybe on
a little bit.
YouTube. We got a little bit. We are in the process of getting it, going through the process of being monetized for super chats, super thanks, super stickers, everything but ads, I think, pretty much.
Mm-hmm.
So if you
we're
want
320 subscribers away from that, and about 900 hours, something like that.
900 hours, yeah, probably. We'll get the hours before we get the subs.
That is, let you guys call a friend and have them subscribe to us.
Yes, call a friend.
Everybody call one friend and we'll be there.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. If everybody call one friend.
1,300 if everybody done that.
That's true. So yeah. Thanks for everyone who's got us to this point so far.
Yeah, absolutely.
And if you've got extra money in your pocket, make sure you give us a super thanks.
Oh, yeah. You said it, not me. I'm not.
If you got money to waste, send us.
There you go. If you want to support our cause of misleading and misguiding people, just support.
Yes. Well, no, we don't. I don't think we misguide people. We just we don't really give out any information.
That's the best way to do it. Just
we do, but between the lines, you have to kind of read between the lines to get information from our channel. We're just 2 old guys that resell and having fun. That's what we do. If you want
the bad information, you got to go to that trash one.
Yeah, that cash to trash. They'll turn your cash into trash.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. There you go. Yep. We're just the we don't know anything channel.
Yes. So speaking of our viewers, I do have a bone to pick with one.
There you go. Sneeze break.
Oh, sneeze break. Sorry.
No.
Comment of the week for me.
Oh.
At Lisa K.
You picked the same one too. Oh, man.
When I heard Chris say he was a CO, correction officer, for a short time. Now, when I read that, I immediately thought this is going to be a short joke. But it's not. She threw me a little plot twist here. When I heard Chris say he was a CO for a short time, I laughed because after watching a couple of podcasts, I assumed he had been in prison before.
Oh, that's a good comment.
Am I that mean? Am I mean?
Yeah. Pretty ruthless.
Am I really?
Pretty ruthless, yeah.
I'm not mean.
You're more like a mobster because, like, I can done see you coming after me. Like, I'm going to break your kneecaps if I don't give my $40.
Nah, I just shoot you. I'm too old to fight.
Yeah, no more kneecap breaking. You're just going to shoot a feller.
Nah, I ain't got Demi. I just shoot somebody at this point.
There you go. Yeah, no more punching, kicking.
Oh my goodness, there goes our monetization.
Yeah, we're banned from YouTube now.
No, what I want to know what she meant by I'm mean. I assumed he had been in prison before. I want to know what she thinks I've done.
If you put a bandana on your head, I could totally see it. Like,
I've got
goals, skull and crossbones deal.
I was going to do an Office reference, but you have never watched the Office. But I could be like Prison Mike.
Yeah.
He don't get the reference, guys. He's never watched The Office. He's the one person in the world that has not watched The Office.
I've seen commercials and stuff.
Oh man, I'm telling you right now, y'all gotta watch it. Y'all gotta watch it.
That's about all I've seen.
It's about the funniest show I think I've probably ever watched, and it's like, I don't know, 9-10 seasons. The last 2 seasons, the main character leaves. And they're not as good, but they're still pretty good. They're pretty good. Steve Carroll. I think his name's Steve Carroll.
I guess. I don't know.
Yeah, you don't know. Well, he's Prison Mike too. So,
it could have been Robert De Niro and Dustin Hoffman for all I know.
No, they're not in it.
I don't know.
No.
Yeah.
No.
I've been living under a rock, man. I don't know.
Will Ferrell's in a few episodes.
Now I've heard of that guy. Yeah, don't he play? Didn't he play for the Pittsburgh Steelers? He's the quarterback, wasn't he?
Yeah, linebacker.
Have you never seen that though? Like you pull up Ben Roethlisberger and Will Ferrell together.
Oh yeah,
like brothers. Yeah, they do.
Yeah,
they look alike.
Yeah, they do. All right, so we did talk about Rocky Top Picker and the better Kevin, or the cooler Kevin.
Cooler Kevin.
What was your comment of the week?
That
Lisa K, leave it in the comments, Lisa, that I want to know what you think I done to be in prison.
You stole my comment of the week. That was it.
Was it?
Yeah, I was gonna read that one.
Oh, you was gonna bury me.
I was totally gonna bury you.
Okay.
I guess since you did that, I'll just have to give you a dad joke now.
Oh, I had one of those too.
Yeah, I know you did. That's why
I like sneaking mine in though.
I know. So what's the best kind of music for fishing?
Music for fishing. Ooh, Streamline.
Something catchy.
Something catchy. Oh yeah, that's pretty good. Well, you know what the astronaut's favorite part of the computer is, right?
Probably the data bank. I don't know.
Space bar.
Space bar. Well, I will say this. I hope this isn't politically incorrect.
Oh, here we go. Let's see, how far are we in? 40 minutes. 40. This is where the views drops.
This is where we're banned right here. Whoever stole my depression medication, I hope you're happy now.
Oh, I thought you was really going to get into some politics there.
No.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
But I had to prepare too because I knew you was coming. So,
okay, let us know in the comments who won the dad joke battle. Going off Caleb's first joke. He don't get two jokes. Caleb's first joke and my astronaut joke. What was your first joke about? I've done forgot. It was that.
The best kind of music for fishing. Something
catchy. Okay, so put fishing or astronaut to let us know who won.
That would be fishing.
Fishing's going to win because I probably couldn't spell astronaut. So
yeah, that's going to be fishing. FISHING.
Astronaut. ASTRONAULT.
There's no L.
No L. Astronaut.
Not. Yes. There is not.
Just put Astro NOT.
Just put a picture of the Jetsons dog, Astro. That'll work.
Yes. Sale of the week. Do we want to talk about that?
Yeah, sure. I got one.
All right. I got one too. Go ahead.
It's not my most valuable, but it's my favorite. And I will shout these guys out again. And this is why it's my favorite. So I was watching a few minutes of Scott and Christina, and Cool Kevin was in their video.
Mm-hmm.
And they was, picking this yard sale. And he said something about that ugly blaze orange, UT orange. And I was like, uh-oh, this ain't no good, So in honor of our UK friends, by UK, I mean University of Kentucky, Scott and Christina, I sold a UT Vols vintage pro style baseball cap. Go Big Orange.
Go Big Orange.
Go Big Orange. Yes. And I'm in the process right now of buying. I'm trying to find me the brightest and best UT shirt I can for the meetup.
Mm.
Yeah. So gotta support the home team.
Yes.
And I'm sure Scott's going to show up in blue. Probably, or at least the hat. Or
I've sold him 2 or 3 things. Kentucky Wildcats. Every time I get something Kentucky Wildcats in my store, he buys it.
Probably because it's on clearance all the time.
Yeah, I mean, I have to give it away.
Yeah, so that in Alabama, and Florida. Yeah, you got to burn it.
I don't buy Alabama stuff.
I see Tanya would buy that from you probably.
No, I don't buy that junk.
What a mess.
That stuff's haunted, like people sell haunted dolls.
Yeah. Oh, wow.
All right, my best sale of the week, not best, but favorite, whatever you want to call it, favorite sale of the week is a vintage Panasonic RS-600 US vintage cassette player deck, tested and working from Japan. Sold it for $49.99 plus shipping. You want to ask me why it's my favorite sale of the week?
Why is it your favorite sale of the week, Chris?
You remember the churchyard sale that we went to in Fairfield just a month or so ago, the big one?
Yeah.
We walked in behind. I walked in behind you. We walked to that side room. You skipped right over it for $3. You skipped right over it for $3, and I grabbed it. And I sold it for $50.
What did I say about this show? We have no idea what we're doing. You got lucky. I wasn't paying attention.
Well, what it was Tanya was off picking other stuff.
Yes,
Tanya would have picked that up.
She is the key to my success. I will give you that. 100%, 150%.
Yes. So no, I'm aggravating you, but you did skip over it.
Hey, it was at that same church, I believe. I'm almost 100% sure where you got those coin books last year.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
And she looked at those, but I think they said $5 a piece, right? 5 or 10. They was higher, but then you got.
No, I think they was like 2 or 3. I don't think I paid $5 each for them.
No, you paid $1. I remember in the video, you got up to the counter, and the lady was like $1 a piece, and I think they said 5. So that's why I
passed. But it only had one sticker on it. That's what it was. They only had one sticker. And they were kind of grouped together. Yeah. And I said, are these $5 for all or $5 a piece? Which $5 a piece, I probably still would have bought them. I was selling them things $30-$40 a piece.
Yep.
Danskin coin books, leather coin books. Man, I sold them things.
Yeah, you done fairly well, I will say. Done fairly well. Probably made $300 off that, didn't you?
Yeah, probably maybe a little more because there was like 8 or 10 of them, I think.
And this is
take that, Tanya.
Yeah, this is part of the podcast. Tanya's going to go click and drag it past.
Yeah,
about 45 minutes, Tanya. You passed.
Yeah, 46:11.
Yep, that's where you skip.
Yep. I mean, and I got there late, and
yeah, we passed.
That's kind of how when we first really started getting to know each other, though. Kind of.
Yeah. When you come in and pick up the scraps.
I can't remember if you met. Yeah. Well, I mean, I do best when I do that. I'm telling you.
That was
do best when I do that.
Wasn't that the next day even, maybe?
It was either the next day or late that evening.
Yeah, it was. We was there early, like 7 in the morning.
Early. I can't believe y'all didn't pick them up. But, yeah, they were good.
It was just because they were 5. She didn't know that they were that good.
I don't know that they were supposed to be $5 for all of them. But I took them up there. They had one price tag. I think it was like a piece of masking tape, if I remember right. $5 on it. I take them up there and I said, "Is this $5 for all or $5 a piece?" He said, or she said, I don't remember. $5 for all. And I was like, "Well, if it's $5 for all, I definitely want them," because it ended up being. I'm remembering this now because it ended up being a lot cheaper than $1 a piece because there was more than 5 of them.
You had about 10 or something, didn't you?
8 or 10 of them, yeah. So probably around 50 cents a piece. And every one of them was like 30, 40, $50. Yeah, it's pretty good. Pretty good.
Tanya's going to be hitting me right about now. This is where I'm getting
about that.
Yeah, you need to shut up. Quit talking about the books.
So, yeah, that's the same one, though, that this year I bought the cassette player deck out from under you. You did literally pass it up. But now, in your defense, at that sale, you and Tanya done way better than I did this year.
Probably did. I've still got
I know you did. I didn't buy much. I bought that and like 2 or 3 other things. I look at Caleb. He's got his hands full. I look at Tanya. She's got her hands full. Some of the kids was there. Yeah. See, that's the thing. It's like 6-on-1 when I go yard selling.
No. It's 37. There's a guy in this town that says we got 37 kids.
Well, I wasn't counting those last 30.
Yeah, okay. That's fair.
But anyways, it is like 6-on-1 when I see Caleb at yard sales. It's literally is. Yeah.
Except on Friday. Friday it's 2 against 1.
Which and is Saturday, still better than
Saturdays it's somewhere 2 or 4,
Here lately I've not been yard selling on Saturdays, just to be honest with you. There's not been a ton of yard sales the last 3 or 4 weeks in our town.
There hasn't been any.
Everybody's waiting for the 127 at this point.
Well, and you got vacations in July. Yeah. Popular month for that too. So there's a lot of stuff in July that, takes away from that.
But I'm hoping local yard sales is huge this year. I'm hoping.
Yeah, that would be good.
Which I think I'm traveling tomorrow. I don't think I'm going to do any out here. So you're going to have it all to yourself. I take that back. I think there's 1 or 2. I'm going to go out 2 out here.
1 or 2. Then where would they happen to be that way?
Well, I can't
beat you there.
I think one of them you will make me there.
See, I don't even know where they're at right now, Tanya.
Right, because Tanya does that part of the business too.
Yes, Tanya is the business.
Yes.
By the way, I'm going to click this right here for people.
Oh, yeah. 2 Old Guys Reselling Podcast. Pickin The Plateau Meetup, Highway 127, August 4th. Ticket deadline's tomorrow. Don't miss out. Everybody show up.
That's right. And it's right there. Look on the TV.
The link for it is down below in the description. $25. Come and hang out with us, and we'll feed you.
Yep.
And I'm getting messages from my wife. No, not from my wife. Somebody different. So, yeah. Highway 127. Are you, speaking of eBay, Highway 127 sale, are you going to put your store on vacation any during the week?
Probably not.
So you're going to keep shipping, keep selling, keep listing, just roll.
I'll just keep rolling, since I'm burning it up this week.
Well, what I would do if I was you, I'd send Tanya out picking, and I'd just set it there and keep doing the rest.
Yeah.
Since she's
that would last all of about one day.
Well, she's the better shipper too.
She's better at everything. Honestly, if I could teach her, see, she didn't grow up on eBay I've been doing it forever. But as soon as I showed her what I did packing, she made it better. As soon as I showed her what I did in any area, she makes it better. So I showed her how to list one time, but that's just not her thing. The listing is just, she just don't like it because it takes time, and you got to have a little bit of patience. And I'm not saying she don't. It's just,
you hear that, Tanya? No patience.
No patience. Well, she lives with me. She's got to have patience.
No, that's true. That's the truth.
I mean, you know what that's like at your house, Shannon. Tanya.
I know what that's like doing a podcast with you.
Yeah, well.
How many times in 15 episodes have you beat me on camera to get ready for the podcast? Tell the audience.
Oh, none.
He talks about beating me at yard sales, guys. Listen to this. He talks about me beating me at yard sales. Well, okay. Every now and then, sure. But I've beat him in the studio for all 15 episodes of the podcast.
I'm a busy guy. What can I say?
How can you be so busy when Tanya's doing all the work?
I honestly don't know. And she accuses me of that too. She says, you go out there to the shed and sit down and watch TV all day, or what are you doing?
Are you watching Old School Picker? Because if you are, all bets are off and I'll forgive you for everything.
Should I say yes? Should I?
Yes, you should say yes.
Yes, that's what I'm doing.
But yeah. Tanya, here's what's bad. About episode 4, 5, 6. Well, no, I'll tell you when it was. It was when we went up there and done the live for the meetup, showing people where we was going to hold the event on the Old School Picker channel. Tanya said, because Caleb was late that day too. Tanya told me, you might as well get used to it. He's late to everything we try to do.
But I'm not. That's not true.
You've been late for 15 episodes and 16 counting the live.
Hey, I showed up at 1:30 today.
Today, 1:30. I showed up about I showed up about 10 after.
It don't matter. We said 1:30. If you're early, good for you. But it was 1:30 and I was here. I mean, yes, I have to. I don't. Well, I say that. I want to say
you're
this
late.
Right. I want to say this right. I was about to say I have to go pick up my niece and nephew, but they will all say no. If we say have to go to church today or have to do this or they say no. You get to.
Now, you're the pastor of your church, correct? To
go do this. Yes.
Tanya told me. Now, this is just what Tanya told me. She said you're even late. She said you're even late for church.
Most of the time, yeah.
This is your wife.
Yeah. Well, we roll in, usually a minute or two till we're not late, but technically the pastor should probably be there before everybody else.
Yeah, I mean, yeah.
Yeah. So call that a failure if you want to. Probably should. Yeah.
Oh man. See, this is why Miss Lisa in the comments, I wouldn't make it in prison. I'd get my little short tail whooped because I love stirring up stuff.
Yeah.
So no, I've never been to prison because I fear for my life in prison because I would stir stuff up. When I was a CO, though, I used to aggravate the inmates like this. They didn't care. I mean, you knew which ones you could aggravate and pick on and just cut up with, and which ones you couldn't, for sure.
Mm-hmm.
But it's really like being in the world. You know who you can cut up with and who you can mess with and who you can't. But it's all a good fun. But
we used to have this guy we worked with, and I won't say his name, but anyway, he, you know, in our line of,
let's call him Bob.
Bob, that'll work. Bob, we had a baby. It's a boy. Yeah.
Yeah. After hearing that story, I got thinking about that, and I seen it in the comments where somebody else had remembered that. Yeah. I think I do remember that now.
Do you remember it?
Yeah, I think I do. Yeah.
But anyway, Bob at work, you know, he was one of these I'll brag on myself kind of guys, tell you how great I am. So he was all about, I can outwork anybody. I can, you know, numbers, I'm better than everybody. So one day he's out there working, and he comes at the end of the day, his number's about 25% of what it should have been. His number was 52, and it was supposed to be somewhere around 150, right? 150, 200. So his nickname going forward was 52. That poor boy, man, he got from me, my partner, a bunch of the other guys, he got picked on something. It didn't matter if he had a 200 day.
Yeah.
He was 52.
52.
Yep. For the rest of his life. Poor old Bob.
All right. To rewind the video about 10 minutes ago, before we went down another rabbit trail, I am putting my eBay store on vacation mode. And this is the first time I've done this in several years. And sales have not been the greatest over the last 5, 6, 7 days. I mean, they've not been bad, but they've not been great. They've not been good. They've been decent. So I can't wait till put my store on vacation mode and it just absolutely kill my sales for a week or two.
What you're saying is everybody that would have bought from you needs to come to the old paths.
Yes. Go buy something.
Yeah.
Yes.
That's where that needs to work. Why don't you put a message on your thing? Go visit the old paths.
I think I might.
Yeah. That'd be a good idea.
Give Tanya something to do.
There you go. I'm going to sit here and watch the Old School Picker channel while she packs.
That's all right. But yeah, why does eBay, when you put on your store on vacation mode, still expect you to ship unless you change your shipping dates? Ain't that the dumbest thing?
Do they? Because
you got to change your shipping dates too.
I've not been on vacation mode in probably 2 years.
Yeah, unless they've changed it since I've done it last, but I don't think so. Because I remember the last time I done it was a few years ago, and I didn't know it or didn't remember it or something. I put my store on vacation mode. We went to Pigeon Forge. I'm sitting up there in a cabin watching TV, and my phone, cha-ching, cha-ching, cha-ching. You know, I had a few sales, which, okay, that's good. And then I go on there and look, and it was like, item needs shipped tomorrow. I was like, no, how can you ship if you're on vacation? I guess for places that have employees, I guess. But yeah, unless they've changed it, somebody let us know in the comments. I don't think so, though. You have to change your shipping time too. That
doesn't make any sense why you would even bother with it then.
It's stupid. I don't know. I may not. I may not put my store on vacation. I may just
change your handling time to 5 days.
Handling time, yeah. No, like 2 weeks.
Yeah.
Put it way up. I'm not going to do nothing next week eBay related. Nothing. Besides buy.
Are you even going to step inside your shed?
Not much. It won't be much. It won't be much. If anything, which I'm not planning on bringing the stuff I buy home. I'm planning on just taking it straight to the storage unit.
So you really ain't got no reason to come into the shed then?
I won't be filming regular What's Sold videos either for a while.
Mm-hmm.
So a lot of my videos, if you're watching, I've got like, I'll have one when the time of this video comes out. I'll have one last night, which is tonight, our time. I'll have one Friday, and I've got one ready for next Monday. But after that, it'll be several Highway 127 yard sale videos. But we are going to be recording a little bit, quite a bit, for the Highway 127 meetup. So everybody be prepared for that, which I won't be the only one recording. There'll be other cameras there for sure.
There'll probably be at least 6 or 7 other channels with some content.
Yes, there's going to be quite a few other YouTubers there. So we will be recording some for that. And what my plan is, and what mine and Caleb's plan is for the meetup, is to put a small clip of the meetup on the Old School Picker channel, and then the full video on this channel here, Two Old Guys Reselling Podcast.
Two
old.
How does Grams and Pops do that? Something like that.
I thought you was doing gang symbols.
That's kind of what that is, right? Two.
It is. I think that's like the Crips. Yeah. Well, that's NWO.
Yeah. Two for life.
Yeah. Caleb's either in the Crips or NWO. I'm not sure.
NWO all day. No.
Can you do the
NWO for life, baby? That's what it's
oh man, you want to talk about working at the prison? Some of the most interesting parts of working at the prison, when we were going through training, because they sent us to Tullahoma to do the training, and I mean that, man, I've got stories about that for days. But anyways, one of the most interesting classes we took down there was about the gangs. Because I know when I say that, people are like, Tennessee, y'all ain't got no gangs in Tennessee. We got every gang you want inside those prisons. Any gang you want to join's in that prison. Yep. It's pretty interesting.
And there's plenty of wannabes on the outside, so they're everywhere.
Oh boy, Caleb's getting into that political talk again.
There's thugs, man. Thugs and drugs, brother. They're everywhere.
Thugs and drugs. Well, you got any close to you?
Oh, you know it. All over the place.
All right. One other thing I want to talk about. Serious topic here. Now that we're an hour and a minute in, we will talk about a little bit of actual reselling here. We've talked about for years and years and years amongst the YouTube reselling community about eBay being a roller coaster, right? Ups and downs. And I think 99% of the people you ask would agree with that. That eBay is like a roller coaster with ups and downs. Well, over the last, I want to say 6 months, 9 months, I've been hearing people discussing eBay taking turns with sellers. Now, this is YouTube, people talking on YouTube about eBay is kind of taking turns. When it's your turn for your store to be on, you'll have a good day, and then you'll have another good day, and then they'll turn you off, and somebody else will have a good day. And I've been calling it. And also, there's a rumor going around, or a thought going around. I won't say rumor, it may be true, about how eBay cuts you off at a certain number. You know, when you sell, if your average selling for the week is like, let's just say $1,000 a week. Once you kind of hit that number, it don't matter how much more you list, how much better you buy, how much you promote, that you're just cut off. You know, eBay's going to keep you at that $1,000 threshold. And I've been calling it, instead of a roller coaster, I think a good name for it is a merry-go-round. You know, it's your turn, you know, you're on the ride. When it's my turn, have you heard this on YouTube? I've not made a video about it because I'm still a little iffy on that, but have you heard other YouTubers talking about it?
A little bit. And I won't shoot that down 100%. I mean, it's hard for me to say what I don't know, you know, like, okay, my level of consistency is really true. If you look at my sheet that I have,
at the end of the week, is your sales about the same every week?
They're relatively close.
Within $100, $250.
Yeah. But so is my consistency.
Well, that's true too.
I am not a good place to judge something like that, because if my consistency was like this, then I would be more, able to say, but mine stays almost the same. So if I see
with your listing habits,
my listing habits are just almost always identical daily. It's 5 items. It's always $200. I mean, it goes over $200, but it hardly ever goes over $300. It's, 5 items or 5 listings, 5 listings. Right. It may be 200. It's at least 200. It may be 300. Sometimes it'll get up $300, $400, $500 because you just, you got to put that stuff out there. But I try to keep it really close to the same. And I see my 90-day total hovers around the same place. It will go up, it will go down, but as you look at the whole picture, it stays pretty well the same. But what I've noticed in the last 6 months is my consistency in sales is not, it doesn't do this. It's more like boom. And then it's like, pow, and you'll go a couple days and it'll kind of do this. Then it'll go back down. It'll go back up, go back down, then boom, then back down. So that's odd.
That's more of a roller coaster, though.
That's where I see it being. That's where I would get what they're saying, like you're either on or off. And I do think there's something to, you do get kind of lost in the shuffle sometimes. Oh, what triggers that? I mean, you got to think that how many sellers are on eBay? I don't know. To say, well, just list 10 items a day. Okay, but then Chris is going to list 10 items a day. Well, what about this person that watches us that says, well, I'm going to list 15 a day? There's too many variables. I mean, it's hard to pinpoint one thing, and say, this is what's causing it. Because my consistency, like I said, it's always the same. So, and I think I've missed 2 days all year listing. 2 days the whole year. That's 7 days a week. Every day I list. So you can't really say, well, see there, you didn't list 10 days in a row. If I didn't, then I kind of expect that big spike. But when I list solid and I get big, huge spikes and then big drop-offs.
Well, one of the things I'm going to do during these next 2 weeks, because I'm going to be busy with 127 sale and all that, is I've got listings scheduled up through this Saturday. After that, I don't. So I'm actually going to, for the first time all year, starting Sunday, not list anything for 2 weeks. I've listed every day this year, at least 5 items for a big portion of the year. For the first, I would say 4 or 5 months, I was listing 10 a day, but now I've dropped it down to 5 a day. So I'm interested. Of course, I know being on vacation mode and extending that handling time, I know it's going to kill my sales. I know there's no doubt, but I am interested to see kind of what happens taking that time off from listing. But yeah, I still feel like eBay's more of a roller coaster than it is a merry-go-round, to where you're taking turns, because I still get, even on my bad days, I still get sales. I mean, I've had probably, which is more than I had all of last year. I probably had like 5 or 6 days, 7 days, maybe all year where I didn't have a sale. I think last year I only had like 4 or 5 the whole year.
Yeah.
And my listing habits wasn't as consistent last year as they have been this year.
I can say that too. Yeah.
Yeah. But the big portion of the year, at the first of the year, I was building the shed. I was finishing it. The first like 3 or 4 months, I wasn't doing much listing at all on eBay. So yeah, to me, it's still a roller coaster. It's still up or down. It's still feast or famine more than it is a merry-go-round where it's, it's either you're on or you're off.
Yeah.
But I know there's times.
There are times. I will agree with that.
This last month, go back and watch my Monday video. I had this 2 weeks ago, Sunday. I had very horrible weekend. Friday was horrible. Saturday was horrible. Sunday was horrible until 6 o'clock that evening. And then I had like 6 sales in an hour.
Yep.
And it was wild. I had more sales in an hour than I had the whole weekend. I don't understand it. The eBay algorithm may be the most unexplained thing in the world today.
It's the
It's up
twilight
there with
zone.
UFOs.
Well, back on the 18th of this month, it was like 4:00 in the evening. I had 0 sales. That's Tuesday the 18th. 0 sales. It was 2, 3 o'clock. From that time till midnight or whenever it rolls over, $700.
Yeah.
So
But did
that
you have
is odd, you know.
Yeah, did you have 1 or 2 big sales though?
I did have one huge one, but then I had like 7 sales.
Yeah.
So mine came all at, within the span of like 5 hours, all at one time,
Mm.
which is odd. It's like somebody said, "Oh, hey, we forgot to turn him on." Click, that's what it feels like. I mean,
do you know how to pull up your yearly sales?
yeah.
Not talking numbers wise, but percent wise. Where are you at compared to last year?
Oh, well, let me look.
All you do is go to performance,
Yeah.
sales, and then go down to this year.
Yep.
On the drop down and generate report, and it'll bring you up compared to last year at this time.
Okay. I am 5.8% higher in total sales.
I'm 11% down.
Down?
Yeah.
Well, now my net sales are down 30%.
My net sales are down 35.
Yep.
And you know why that is?
Well,
higher promoted,
higher shipping cost, higher, there's a lot of things.
A lot of it's promotions though.
Yeah. My quantity sold went up by 16%.
My quantity sold went up 3%, but my average sale price went down almost 14.
My average sale price.
See, that's why I've been looking at this a lot here lately.
Yeah.
Because, we just passed the 6-month mark at the end of June. So I was kind of comparing it, where I'm going to be at the end of the year.
Yep.
And I was like, and listen, I blame eBay all the time. You guys know that. But when I look at that average sale price down 14%, you got to look at the mirror on that one, because that which granted, it's not always your fault. I mean, you sell what you find, right? I say that all the time. Yeah. If you're not finding the better stuff, you're not going to be selling the better stuff. Last year, I hit 2 huge GameCube lots that was mega money.
Yep.
And I know I've not found that this year. So I know that explains some of my average sale price being down nearly 14%. So if that average sale price was up, then the total sales would probably pretty much cover. I'd probably be at least even with where I was last year. So one thing I'm getting to all this for a point here. Do the fishing hook.
Yeah. Got to bring it in.
All right.
Set the hook.
Let's see. That looks like a good thumbnail. 1 minute or 1 hour and 12. But I'm getting to a point here. One of the things I'm going to try to do on the 127 sale is not just buy what I find, but really, really, really concentrate on some higher dollar stuff.
You're going to buy up instead of pay up.
I like that. Buy up instead of pay up. That sounds like a topic for what's it called? Title for a video.
Ooh,
buy up
fill it in and buy up instead of pay up. There you go.
Buy up instead of pay up. See, this is how much we plan it, guys. We come up with titles and thumbnails in the spur of the moment of pay up. But yeah, so we're a minute or an hour and roughly 15 minutes almost. Any final words? Anything we didn't talk about? Let us know in the comments who won the dad joke.
That would be fishing.
Astronaut.
Fishing is the word.
Astronaut.
FISHING.
No.
Fishing.
Astronaut.
Put a big exclamation point.
I want to know who Lisa votes for, because she's already accused me of being a convict.
She will probably vote for you to not make you any more mad, you ex-con you.
Yeah, I'm an ex-con. Oh, Lord. I'm probably like the most, I don't know. I was going to say the nicest person, but I'm not. That'd be a lie.
Yeah, I don't know. I know some nice people, so I don't know.
Yeah, I'm not the nicest. Well, I was talking about Lisa.
Oh.
I don't know anybody she knows, so.
She's probably the nicest ex-convict She knows.
I'm probably the nicest ex-convict.
Yeah.
I'm not an ex-con. The proof of that is you can't work in a prison if you're an ex-con.
You must just have that ex-convict face, like
I'm mean.
Mean guy. Like, come get me.
Oh my God.
Like,
here's how mean I am. I'm scared of my wife.
Well, most honest convicts are going to probably tell you the same thing.
I'm still married after 25 years. My wife wouldn't have stayed married to a con.
Well, that's a good point.
You know my wife.
Yeah.
You never met her, but you know her.
Yeah. I mean, I know you.
Right.
She gotta be a pretty nice lady to put.
I'm a different guy around her.
I
walk the line around her. Y'all that's coming to the meetup, y'all be like, who's that guy? He ain't nothing like old school picker.
He ain't told the first dad joke.
Yeah, no. We got to come up with a good one for that. I hadn't thought about that. Yeah, we got to come up with a good dad joke for that.
Oh man, you put the pressure on us now.
We may have to do a dad joke every segment.
Oh, come on.
Have like 10 ready.
Listen, it's time to be full transparency. I Google those things, okay? I'm not very good at jokes.
Well, how do you think I get mine?
I'm not good at telling jokes at all. Yeah, Google's wonderful. I mean,
Google's wonderful.
It's a wonderful thing.
Can you imagine if they'd had Google back when we was in school and stuff?
Oh, I'd have made A's on.
Oh man, I would have been a valedictorian or something.
Yeah, me too. That's how honest I was in school.
Oh my goodness, I cheated and copied my way through school.
Well, I mean, I'm not going to lie. I drug myself through.
You was on drugs through high school.
You're the ex-con, I'm the addict. So here we go.
Oh, all right. Thank you guys for watching. This has been episode 15 of Two Old Guys Reselling Podcast. We sure do appreciate it. Remember to get your tickets for the Highway 127 meetup, Pickin The Plateau, August 4th, if you're going to be in the Crossville area. 5:30 Central, which is local time. We would love to see you there.
Yep.
Two Old Guys out.